you into Bebo?
Keep telling people you have anxiety issues. It's a lie. You are just wicked and mad.
Look, you've done BBL and we're all happy for you. Carry your new bum and go outside.
This is the podcast for you.
I'm not poor. Are you sure? It's because they are vaping. Now everybody's marrying on time.
At your big age.
Wait now.
Do you know that I don't have clean pants to wear tomorrow?
I said what I said. The Unsolicited Opinions podcast starts now.
Please, this is a public place.
I'm Tai, the only foodie in Lagos you should know. And on this episode of the pod, we spoke about grief and just, maybe, let me see. What else did we talk about? So we spoke about grief. Mm-hmm. We spoke about a transitioning girlfriend. Mm-hmm. We spoke about someone who thanked her for the courage for saying, I love you. We also spoke about just how do we actually learn what we are supposed to do, like in different situations, to be honest. And then what else did we
spoke about the festival.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Hey.
Please, let me
address. What they sent you here to do.
Please, we talk about the Foodie In Lagos Festival happening on the 17th and 18th of December. Ejo, please, I've forgotten. Let me not get you see why you need good friends.
Please.
To remind you what you are doing.
We're here for something.
Well, yes, that's what we spoke about. And it was really a great time. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
It was fun.
You guys are in for a time.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, all.
Lovely to see all of you once again this week. We have a guest. We have a guest. Please introduce yourself in case you are not on Instagram and you've never seen her before.
Okay. So, I'm many things, but for the, sole purpose of why I'm here. My name is Tai, and I like to say I'm the only foodie in Lagos you should know. So, I'm the founder of Foodie In Lagos. I've run that for about 12 years. AKA just means that I'm your plug for anything food and drinks in Lagos. Yeah. So,
I love that.
I know be like this.
Clock it.
I know be Gen Z, but they try.
How are you? How have you been?
Man, I've been stressed, man. Really tired. I'm not sleeping well at the moment. I'm just trying to put together this food festival. I'm just like, oh my, they crazy. I'll do it. I've done one before. I do like
really?
But it was about 8 years ago.
Oh, I was about to say that. Did I miss that?
Yeah. So after that, got married, took in immediately. And you know how it goes.
Took in.
Oh no, I took in. I just fell on pregnancy. So, and then again, just trying to juggle motherhood, a career.
Yeah.
Just had to put some things at the back burner. I think when I started feeling like myself again, that was like 2018, 2019. Started doing a lot of like smaller community events. So we had secret dining, we had restaurant hopping. I say a lot of different modulations of those events now, but I'm like, yeah, now we start them, but it's okay. And then COVID happened.
Okay.
And then I went to England, which was meant to be for 1 week. And I was there for 11 months.
What?
So I was just like, yeah.
Sorry, wait, what?
Yeah, I flew for 1 week. And I didn't see one child. And then I came back with the second one and they were looking at me like, who is this? Well, anyway, Sha,
Taiwo, you're unique. I can't lie because the story you just told now, the way you glossed.
I've said it before now. Okay.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. You don't remember. Okay. No, but I was very depressed. I think I think I was one of those like high functioning depression.
Yeah.
Like I was online. Because I remember, I think December 31st, and I was doing a recap of my year. I just had so many calls. Like, oh my God, I did not know. I said, I'm those strong friends if you're checking on. Like, offline, I'm going mad. But yeah, just putting together this food festival is happening on the 17th and 18th of December. I'm very excited, but I guess I'm going to continuously have that anxiety till that day.
First time you're doing
no,
it
it's not till that day. Till
on the
finishes.
day, yeah.
But very exciting times. Yeah, so.
Yeah, very.
Well done. It's really exciting.
If you ask me how I'm I don't know how to lie. I say I'm fine because I'm not fine. But I'll be fine. But
I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun.
Ami.
Well done. That's very exciting.
Thanks,
I think
guys.
taking on like a project, especially something that is about other people having a good time, is always very anxiety inducing because all the elements are not in your control.
And you're constantly thinking, okay, you've done your best, but on the day, what can just... Yeah, and then you're constantly wondering, I hope everybody's having a good time in this corner. Like, I hope. And then at some point, you have to just leave it for...
You
have to leave it.
We'll be good.
You
Everybody
will be
come
good.
out, please. Buy your tickets.
Where can they find it? Before we get into the gist?
The tickets or where they can find?
All join.
Everything. The festival.
So the
tickets.
festival. So all the info is in the details in my bio on Instagram. So I have the same name everywhere, thankfully. And that's Foodie in Lagos. Or you can also follow the Instagram page for the festival. I think it's called Foodie in Lagos Fest. And the tickets are in the bio. So it's eventport.com/FILFest. Yeah, very simple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Please go and buy tickets.
Please come.
Yes.
In fact, if you say you're from ISWIS, I'll have a special gift for you.
That's cute.
See?
We love that.
Also, is it ISWIS?
I said what I said. I beg go. I said what I said. No, it's ISWIS.
I'm not sure.
No, it's not ISWIS. I said what I said.
That's
what Dima calls us.
I actually used to call it ISWIS. Like I don't say it publicly, but I say, I was listening to ISWIS this morning.
What she says is I keep being like that sounds like a terrorist organization. You have to stop saying no. She says ISWIS. Like you
which is worse.
ISWIS.
Like girl, please.
Anyways, if you are a friend of the podcast, I said what I said, a friend of the bounce, just walk up to me and you get a gift from me.
Guys, please, let's be. Anyway, 17th, 18th, that's just, but 17th, I'll be there, I'll be eating.
Yes, very excited.
So you want to see FK Angela?
Yeah.
Actually, sure.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right, what have I been up to? Not much, actually.
How was your weekend?
We had the show. We're recording in advance here because I'm traveling.
Had show in Abuja. So,
but yeah, it was good.
It looked really good.
Thank you. You said it looked really good. They have been abusing also. That we look like Jagun.
I swear, that's what they wrote in the comments. That is giving Femi Adebayo.
Because of the outfit. I'm actually wearing the brand today.
Don't mind
they
them.
That is giving Femi Adebayo. Although so many people were also messaging that. Okay, having said that, can I also have this trouser?
Yeah, like
they don't know ball. They don't know ball.
They look like Jagun. That the outfits were not nice.
They don't know ball.
I'm telling you, they don't know
like
ball.
5 people have messaged me to be like, I think this is my favorite look so far. So you guys don't know ball. That's actually
they don't know ball.
The challenge.
But I guess it's always interesting to see what people like and what they don't like in general. Like you can think something is gorgeous,
but you know, it's funny because I think there's exactly 2 reactions to this. I have gotten this is top 2 looks for you guys, and then I've only seen the comments being like, oh, it's Jago whatever. But even in the comments, there are people that want the pants, and then me, I thought we look nice, which is the
100%.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
We wouldn't have.
About you, I'm telling you, I don't give a damn about you people. Anyway, so I wish you all the best of luck.
Oh, in case you haven't noticed, guess who finally has a can?
With your name.
With not just my name, my nickname.
Let me see.
True.
Jules.
Yeah,
yes.
my nickname. Not even my.
It says FK.
Did you ever, without having it made for you, have you ever found your name on a can before?
Let me know that last time I insisted that they make
No,
one.
so that doesn't count.
That says fake me because I was like, okay, so you just won't have it. I almost held that girl's neck that, please,
no,
I want count. You people. And there were 6 and I took all 6 of them.
No, as you should.
Like there was a pack, it was in the bottle. There was a pack of the fake bottles and I was like, indeed, I'm taking the entire pack because essentially I forced you people to make it for me. I was just seeing Femi, all these, Bola. So where, if I don't have a 4-letter name, I can't be there.
Yes, now.
No, but I've seen Taiwo.
Oh, you don't mean it.
No, please.
I never found my name.
If they don't do Taiwo, what would they do?
And I think it was so cute because whenever the campaign would be on, you'd actually see people looking for their name and getting excited.
It's a lovely gift or keepsake to give somebody.
But it even adds to a shopping experience because if you have a kid and you're like, just, I was going to look for your name. You know damn well.
You
can never find your name.
Kind of names. Oluwa Soromidayo. Where do you see that one now?
All these new Tiara Oluwa, my dear.
You see JD, you see Tiara. You see, what are the other ones? But all those Oluwa Farabale, Dami Lola, Oluwa Dagumola, Oluwa Bamida.
You can't see.
You think all these new age names will be there? Zayn.
Yeah.
Zayn. Zayn is not there.
Zayn, Zara. No, to be fair, that's everybody's name. In the last 2 years, that's also Jaden,
Tara,
Zayn.
Tara Tiara.
Yeah.
Jaden. In fact, my daughter is going to say something. I said, who is Jaden?
No, there's so many.
There are so many Jadens.
There's actually so many Jadens currently.
There are lots of like 2020, 2021 babies that were named Jaden. For the past however many weeks, we have been telling you one thing and one thing only. Nigerian women achieve. As you guys know, the co-founders of Bolden are Nigerian American women who have created fantastic products. Fekemi and I are in love with a number of their products, their eye patches, dark spot fix, their face wash, a number of fantastic products. And I know that some of our Nigerian listeners have been wondering where you can actually find said products. Fekemi, where can they find them?
Thank you very much for that question. You can shop Bolden products at MedPlus, Tika 4, Beauty Heart, Nectar Beauty, Cho and Zen in Abuja, and Tulip Body Care in Abuja. If you're outside Nigeria, if you're in the US, you're in Canada, you're in the UK, the rest of Europe, as usual, we are always here being benevolent queens, and we have gotten you a 20% off discount code, which is ISWIS 20 to receive 20% off all items on the website. The website is www.boldenusa.com. So please go to it, use our little code, get 20% off. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
I think whoever was, when they, all those baby name blogs, they were, Jaden was up like crazy.
Up, yeah.
Jamin, Zora.
Yeah, very interesting.
There's also Zayn. I mean, one Zayn.
Yes. Zayn is quite common now.
Yeah. But that tiara, my favorite thing.
It makes me laugh.
It makes me laugh. So, and then Zara. Yeah. I love it
Every time
much.
I hear the name Tiara Oluwa, I think I used to watch, there was this show, I can't remember what it's called, Men's Corner. And I think the friends made fun of like Body of God. So every time I hear Tiara, I just think Body of God. I've said that publicly now, but
yeah, I really enjoy kind of the new age naming situation.
It would be so smart because if you're a parent who knows your child's name can never be there, you say if you find your name, I'll buy the cook for you. Because like a lot of parents would be like, you've had too much cook today. Yeah. But if you say if you can't find your name, I'll buy it for you. And the child will just be there getting anxious, being like, Mommy, I can't find it. Say, don't worry. It's there. Just keep looking.
Keep going. It was frustrating, but then I knew someone at Coke and I messaged her like, if I don't see my name. So she was like, here, this is where they are putting I just took the pack.
Just go and buy it.
I just took the 6-pack that they wrap. I just said, thank you very much.
I have a random memory.
I will not be sharing this with any Fekemi I know.
It was my neighbor's birthday. It wasn't 10th. Because her parents used to take birthdays a bit seriously. So even if we didn't have a party, they had like a living room thing where there'd be like 10, 15 children. But her mom didn't think any of us should be finishing a whole bottle of Coke. So she used to say, 2 of you should share, me and her. So it was her birthday and she came up with this brilliant idea. No, she said, why don't we just share many Cokes? So whenever any adult sees us,
it will look like you're sharing
a Coke.
Oh my God, you are a scammer already at that age.
And so it wasn't me now, it was her. And so
so creative.
She's a thief. So literally,
that's actually an inborn
that day we
thief.
felt so smart.
No, but it is smart.
No, I can't lie because honestly, if her mom comes, what do people do?
We shared it. And they just thought maybe we had been carrying the same bottle
up and down
with our 2 straws. But obviously, I think we had like 4 bottles.
Yeah, you must have been jumping around.
Apart from the sugar, like when you're also not used to, we're not like, my tummy. And obviously, the thing about being a child is you're not as clever as you think. So I'd had a lot of Coke and I went to my mom. I said, my tummy. My mom said, what did you take? I was not like, am I ready to get smacked today or not really? I said, I think it's because I've been jumping up and down and I've eaten a lot. I'll never forget. We felt so smart. And I think it was just the act of the secrecy and the 2 of us doing it together. But that's one of my favorite childhood memories. It was, we thought we were wow. She was smiling when she said, what if we just share many? That every time that I'll go and take the first one, I'll put the 2 straws. Then when we finish it, you wait, then you can't take another one. Put the 2 straws. Wow, what a blast we had.
The thing is, because my brother and I are Irish twins. We're born in the same 12 months. So I was at his birthday in a cow outfit, which I will never forgive anybody. Because imagine a newborn baby And then I was just like, I'm sorry, why am I dressed as a cow?
That was very cute. Because it was a cow. The theme was cowboys.
Yeah, but I could have been any other thing.
I doubt it would actually make sense.
And then I was the cow. Yeah. I just thought in the whole farm, they couldn't find what I could be as a 1-month-old baby. Till today, I'm just looking at this picture. Is it fair?
Yes. It was a very, don't mind the way Faye came talking about it. It was very cute. She was literally
but I was like,
you guys,
black and white cow
onesie.
Like, but you're making it sound like,
don't mind that.
Like the picture in my head is almost like sounding like
because I had this thing on my head.
That's all. It's cute now.
Thank you. Don't mind that.
Cute about it. Okay, what's your issue with it?
I could have been like a sheepdog.
Even worse.
Sheepdogs are not cute.
Or like Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah, your brother was Woody from Toy. The actual birthday boy was Woody from Toy Story.
Okay, okay. Why can't two of us be Woody?
You are a baby. You're not even just a baby. You are fresh.
Anyway, what I want to say is when we were small, so we didn't actually have to share. I don't know why we insisted on sharing. But what I would then do is I would then shake the Coke so that when it opens, there's only half left. Now only me can have it.
What?
Yes, I will not say his own as poured.
What?
And he allowed you.
Honestly, this was a diabolical move. And he was always so sad. Now, why is my own always pouring?
Oh, because he said you take the top half. Oh. Hello, everybody. I'm here with some important, urgent, breaking news.
Critical news for you. Miss Anne is now live in the UK, my hometown. In my home nation, Miss Anne has finally come home.
Now you can open your very own Euro and GBP accounts right on the Miss Anne app. No ahala.
Nothing.
No stress.
It's swift. It's easy. The fees are low. So download it now, and get to moving. Send me pounds.
Exactly. Because it's not only about receiving.
It's also about sending. Okay, if you want to test it out, I can shoot you my details. Send me pounds, I'll send you naira. Let's see how it works. Enjoy.
All right, guys.
We used to do it from the line of the bus. Children always pouring, and I was like, honestly, I can't see.
The time our youngest brother really liked the color red, so people would give him money, right? But remember, it was 10 naira that was red.
Yes.
And me and Bolu would be like, do you want this red one? Give me that one. Give me this one, that one, and I'll give you this one. And it did not matter how much money my brother got. If he got the 1 10 naira that was red, he would be so happy.
So you were treating your brother too?
Like mad.
So you collect 15 naira, give him 10 naira.
Collect 15 naira, collect 200 naira, give him 10 naira. He will be so joyous. So pleased.
Honestly,
it was such an auspicious occasion for him on this great day. If he sees that 10 naira,
that's such an odd.
We'll not tell him that. We'll not tell him, oh, we can give you, but you have to give us all the blue or all the. My dear,
he's going.
See, true story. I was in the car. First of all, these stories I have from when I was young, I don't know why they've always selected the ones that are somehow. Anyway, but for example, I walked before I crawled because I'm a G. One day I just stood up.
I believe
my mom and her friend had told me they actually ran away because they were just like, I don't understand. Well, I was sitting down and they were just gisting, and I just stood up and walked and then sat down, and they actually just ran away because they were like, sorry, what's really happening there? And then after that, I started crawling. Like that was the only time.
Wow.
Anyway, allegedly, my first proper sentence was that I wanted bar. But allegedly, these are accusations that have been laid against
me. But do you
me.
like a bar now?
Yeah, but just in a normal capacity. Not like my first profound language. But one time we were in the car, I think I must have been like 1.5. And that time we used to drive to Ghana. Like in a car, it was like 8 hours. And, one of the sentences, you know how children hear things and then they just stop saying it? Throughout that car drive, I was shouting, give me Coke. because I heard, and my mom goes on and on about this story, that she was just like, who told, like,
Where
from
did you hear it
where?
from?
And I had just started saying things. So she was like, give me Coke Azal. Like, why, who said it to you? And throughout, all I did in that long drive was cry and shout that they should give me Coke.
What a journey.
Not having any clue what the thing was, but I must have heard somebody saying it.
Most likely.
Most
likely.
Very good. Anyway, what else? So, I've been recently, so two of our friends, their dads passed away. And,
it's been so sad.
And it's just been, I don't know, it feels, I'm finding more and more recently, even outside of them, it just feels like the expectation of people, because, my mom's friends are also burying their parents, but they're 60-something and their parents are 80-something. So I'm finding it so strange that more and more, like younger and younger people's parents are passed. It's just, I don't know how to
I mean, one of
I don't know what to make of it.
One of those friends, her grandma turned 100 last year.
Yeah.
Right. So, I remember thinking, like, this is so exciting, right? And it's the same way, like, some of my parents, their grandparents are turning like 90, 85, 90, 95. They're, but it's been, and I was talking to my parents about it, and they said, that I think it was my mom, and she was saying specifically her memory of her parents' stress levels when she was my age and they were her age now is very different. So she was like, they just live very differently. So for instance, my mom works every day. Part of it is that she enjoys it, but she works till quite late from her home office. But I remember, like, my grandparents, sign of the times, they couldn't take work home, nothing like computers or anything. So my grandparents would sit down on the balcony for at least an hour every single day, except it's raining. Every day, my grandparents would sit down on the balcony at least for an hour. And they may not, it's not even like they're gisting or sometimes even if their friends came over, it was just, they're just sitting on the balcony. Yeah. People who lived in the area pass, greet them back. They might be reading, like the sun is setting. It just felt, and I can't remember the last time either of my parents did anything like that. Just like there was just like an expectation of rest in your 60s, in your 50s that has changed. The environment has changed. The weather has changed. The generator fumes have changed. Like everything is different, and they're anxious. I don't think my grandparents were as anxious about my parents' future as my parents are about mine. And there's this constant worry about, is this girl going to be able to do what she wants to do? Is she going to be able to be okay? Like, what are her financial anxieties are different, and it's not out of greed. It's not that she's greedy. I know that they are constantly anxious in a way that their parents weren't. So we were talking about it, and they were like, the food they eat is different. The weather is different. They're exposed to like global fears now. So, and if your children are in different parts of the world, you're taking in all the, so there's like, there's insecurity in Nigeria, but there's like immigration trouble in Europe, and then in America, there's like gun violence. And if you have children in all those different places, you're keeping up with what's happening in all those places, and your anxiety levels are higher.
That can't even be great.
Mentally and even physically, you sleep and wake up, the naira has fallen. The naira has fallen. Your pension the value of your pension has reduced. So you're just constantly having an anxious. We were just talking about it honestly, and they were just like, that it's so disheartening, because we think about it in terms of my friends' parents. They're like, it's very disheartening to bury your friends. And they are literally your egbe. They are your, they know peers, you in a different, they're your peers, and you know them in a different way. So it feels jarring.
It's just really
so we are talking about it, and it's very, very sad. And I think,
and like just even how to be there when it's just so sad.
I think it's something, because I know we've wanted to talk about grief before, and we've tried, and people have said they'll come. But whenever we get close to the day, everybody's single time,
just like, they're just like,
I can't do it. There's one friend that has now said, he's fine. But we shouldn't be surprised if he like bursts into tears.
Yeah.
And this is maybe, I think his mom died 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It never gets.
It never gets. Yeah. And then my friend's sister died when we were in uni. And she said till date, it still feels fresh or it still feels worse. So man, it does happen. Like I had a panic attack when I couldn't remember my grandma's voice. I had to go and look for a video. And it's just things like that. But just the understanding of like the seasons of life we're in and how to be useful or how to cope or
like how to even show up for people in that. It's so... honestly,
I always say a lot of conversations about this online. And honestly, like I've had maybe like people lose people, but I'm always very confused. Like, how can I be there and it's not annoying?
It's very confusing.
How can you be useful? A big thing for me is usefulness. And I don't mean usefulness would it be useful for me just to be there? No problem. Yeah. What do you need as well? And I don't need you to tell me, but we were talking about this, about how little people are taught things these days, because the idea is that because of the internet, we're almost supposed to learn by transmission, by watching. So sometimes my mom will get frustrated and say, "Oh, you should know this," and I'm like, "No, actually, don't make that assumption." There are things that people
don't know.
Teach. Like I remember one time I was about to serve someone that was much older and a lot more traditional food, and he said, "Oh, I don't want to eat a lot," and it was akara and. So I put 3, and my mom was like, "Oh no, they don't give.
You have to give him. You don't give. You should take what he wants."
But also specifically, you don't give people things in 3s. Yeah, and I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know.
I can't remember.
I don't know what she told me, but I actually didn't explain. And she was like, "Yes, that." She said, "You should know this now." I said, "I can't know now."
I promise you, my grandma has said it before that.
In 3s,
yes.
Put 5.
Yeah, you put 5, you put 4, but don't put something.
If it's now, carry the whole pot. Take what you want.
That's the thing, and I know but he had actually said that. Oh yes, please don't bring the full bowl. Just okay. But it was a small thing, and then I now said, "But why would you assume I know? Have you ever told me?" She said, "It's true." That she actually has never said it.
Yeah.
But it also extends to other things, like
just assume you should know.
People assume other people know things, and that's not true. People sometimes don't know what to do or don't know what to say. So, for instance, you wonder if someone comes in and is trying to share in like a difficult time. Their anxiety sometimes makes them say inappropriate things. But the thing is, nobody actually told them that it's not okay to say that. So for instance, somebody can come and say, and I know, okay, maybe someone has passed, and then someone will come and think they're sharing like a good memory, and will say, and they don't know that it's not appropriate
to actually go in
and say stuff like that. But nobody explains. And more and more, I'm realizing that must they tell you is a bit weird when it comes to some things. It's not everything. Must they tell you for some things? Yes. But when it comes to some things,
basic etiquette is obvious. Yes. But then there's nuances of things that you have to do.
And it's the same way they teach. You actually have to teach the child. So for instance, some children don't understand what is wrong. They just know that people get angry with them if they do it. They don't know. They don't understand why something is wrong. So if you tell a child, "Oh, Uncle XYZ has died. He's not coming back." If the child says, "Where did he go?" If you don't have an answer, you have to figure out how to explain to the child. Because what's going to happen is, in a child's mind, she's just going to go around asking, where did he go?
Yeah.
Mommy said he's not coming back. Where did he go? And in that setting, you're not saying it's inappropriate. So now the child just realizes that people are angry or irritated. And now knows, there's some questions I shouldn't be asking. But
I don't know why.
I don't know why, and I don't understand.
And ultimately, that even affects the child down the line, where he or she is not afraid to even speak up, because the last time I said this kind of thing, everybody was shouting at me.
Yes. I watched I watched a Sesame Street episode where one of the characters, one of the human characters was older. He had passed away in real life, and so because it's a children's show, they knew that children would be wondering where, and maybe the PBS was trying to use it as an opportunity to teach children about death. It was so touching because Big Bird just said, "Oh, where is something? Where is Mr. Something?" And he said, "Oh, Mr." And they said it like that. Mr. They didn't say he went to. He said, "Oh, Mr. Something died, so he's not coming back." And Big Bird was like, "Okay, I'll just give it to him later." And they were having to. It was so interesting because the actual actors started crying. It was the most touching thing. And then lots of Americans are talking about how I remember watching this episode and that being my first introduction to death. And when my parents would then say somebody died, I now understood
you could remember
that the person is never coming back.
It's really interesting, and there's just minute things that you have to do. And I realized that a lot of things that even moving, aside from the etiquette of it, even little cultural things that is that someone. I remember the first time I had to explain to my cousin why somebody was angry that she gave them something with her left hand. And she was like, what did she do? And I was like, you use your left hand. And she was like, I don't understand. And I just was like, it's a long thing, but
you know where it comes from, right? You know where exactly where it comes from. So because the assumption is that most people are right-handed.
Yeah.
The assumption is that you use your left hand to wipe your ass. Yes. And if you think about it culturally, you're in most traditional cultures.
Are we just okay as like a general?
No, hold on. Like, remember that pre-tissue, you are washing your bum with water and your hand, right? So a lot of people whose minds had gone there. I'm convinced that it was germophobes that started the thing. It was an extreme. I'm convinced that it was a very
your
old
hand
school,
will be dirty.
A very old school traditional. Imagine Layla as an old woman 300 years ago.
To be fair,
100% would have made it a rule in her house.
Yeah, don't use your left hand.
Don't use your left hand to do anything to touch me. She's that kind of person. She's very, very finicky. So I imagine that it was someone with that kind of sensitivity that came up with it as a standard that then became a rule. Generally,
I can't remember where I was, and I think someone's right hand was busy, and then she gave me something harder, and she goes, sorry for the left. I'm just like,
people
hand is hand.
All the time, people actually apologize.
Because some of my friends that have like kids that are lefties, I'm like, babe, how are you dealing with this?
Yeah, because you have to
small thing now, like this is a 3-year-old. One auntie will just
will just start getting offended. Yeah. And even like, where my mom finds it so frustrating that I hold cutlery as if I'm left-handed. But it's because I used to sit down next to my dad on the dining table.
And he's
left-handed. And so I was copying.
And also, you're like, if you are doing the other way around, your hands will constantly.
If he was sitting here, I would have learned that, like, I was copying what he was doing here. And so what he was holding the thing with and that was it. I was like, I'm so sorry. It has gone. Because every time she's just like, you're not left-handed. I was like, well, here we are. Why is he annoying you?
And we somehow passed that from
we somehow passed it. And so there's all these sorts of small things that are not actually that small, that just, they happen.
Yeah.
I just think people need to, we actually spoke about this multiple times over the last couple of days, the number of knowledge gaps there are.
There are
emotionally intelligent, emotionally intelligent things just being useful. Like, I'll never forget the first time I read when my grandma died. My dad's mom. My dad is not like an emotional guy at all. So he doesn't react in the same way other people react. But I think over time he's also realized like, oh, people are not the same. So my grandma was pretty popular in her streets, in the village. So the house was full, very full that day. And it was her wake, lying in state, wake, whatever. And so they had put her in the second sitting room. And so me and my cousins were very, very anxious. So the way my grandparents, a lot of old school houses were, there's a living room on there. So when we came up the stairs and I saw the comfort, and I just walked this way, my dad was just looking at all of us. He didn't say anything. And then at some point he is like, okay, we're all like everybody's still normal. We're able to talk normally. We're able to, and he knew that this was all the grandchildren's first. Him and my uncle had seen her multiple times. My granddad hadn't, but him and my uncle, at least they had engaged. And my dad just thought, yeah, these children are going to be a mess. So he said, oh, that can everybody that was just sitting down in there leave the room? And my dad asked all of us to come into that place. He wanted us to pray because he's a pastor. Like, just pray and start the day and and he knew what would happen. And so he starts praying and we start singing. And that was like our grieving moment because my mother started, my mother wasn't crying, she was screaming. My mom was very close to my paternal grandmother. And in retrospect, I realized that my dad was trying to figure out how to have the most dignified for us
situation for you to see.
Because culturally, if we were behaving the way we were behaving in that room
with people around,
people won't let you breathe. They'll start saying things like, they'll start trying to comfort you. No, just let me express my cousin's fell on the floor because, and it wasn't in that moment. It's like, at least I can't be as undignified. Like, let me
as
have.
you need to be,
The cry doesn't have to be cute. The scream doesn't have to be nice. Because have you noticed that somebody will be crying
and then people are like
keep trying
to get them to be strong.
Just like
allow me be weak now.
Allow me be weak.
And a lot of times it's even just look, someone really close to this person has passed away. In this moment, it's actually not the time for them to be strong for anybody. You have to just let it pass. Like, this is not the time for strength. But culturally, we're so bent on
it's
actually not okay.
It's sometimes because the thing is, I can't lie, it is uncomfortable to witness somebody in that much pain. So sometimes what people are trying to do is they're trying to assuage their own discomfort. And if you're an empath, if you start crying now, Tai, with somebody like me, I will start crying.
It's 2 minutes.
It doesn't take long.
I don't think all this talk about, grandparents make me remember when my own granddad died. Because my grandfather, my maternal grandfather and my mom were very close. In fact, he was her best friend. And I remember that she had traveled, can't remember where she traveled to. And then we have an auntie that lives in America. And she was the only one living abroad at the time. And my grandfather had died a day before my mom was supposed to come back. All we kept on thinking was, how are we going to tell this woman? So nobody called her, nobody said anything. But my auntie just couldn't help it. She just called her, she said, Sumbo. And my mom is like, she panicked. I don't know how to...
I like that name, by the way. I really do. Sumbo is a beautiful name.
She panicked. So I think as my auntie called her, and she was like, have you spoken to auntie? So they call my grandma auntie. Have you spoken to... And she's like, okay, Kosi. My mom already just started, like, she was already putting two and together because she knew that.
Like, why will you call me to say,
why will you call me to ask me if asking me? And she just said, she basically said, instead at the airport, she just fell down to the floor there.
Yes.
My dad picked her when she came home. And when I heard my grandfather died, like, I was very angry because I remember, like, some church people had come to knock on my door. They go door to door. And I was very young. I was in SS3. And I know he had promised me that if I got like a particular type of result, London was sure. This was, so me, are they like, so I was very sad. So when they came and they said, do you have any prayer? I said, yes, my grandfather is sick. This one, that one. I want God to heal him, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, he died the next day and I was like angry with God for a while. But I didn't really cry. Like even my dad, because my own dad lost his own dad when he was really young. I think he was in secondary school. So they literally raised themselves with their older brothers. So my grandfather on my mom's side was literally my dad. So my dad was crying. This is how I look at ourselves, me and my brother. I said, Mom, what can we do? So we just say, do you want to eat? Do you want to...
There's actually nothing.
I remember the wakekeeping, and that was my first time actually seeing a body. And I didn't even know the thing was there. I just walked in, and it took me a long time to remove that memory of that. I didn't want that to be the last, like, I didn't want that to be like, that's what I remember whenever I think about him. So I think it took me like 3 months. I was just looking at, luckily I took a lot of pictures then. So I would just be looking. But his voice, I keep forgetting sometimes,
It makes this thing makes so much sense. I can go on and on, but
honestly, we're very close.
I wish we were just better about some of these things, because honestly, Nigerians are the most interesting people in the world. When my mom died, I will never forget, we got to the mortuary. Mind you, my mother is an only child. And it was that process that made me think, if I'm having children, I think I should have more than one. It is traumatic to bury a parent on your own. It is very... You just, at least you can share the work. This one will do this one, this one. No, only child, you will make all the decisions. You do everything.
And everything will be on your head. And it is like, it's just weird culturally because adults defer to you.
My mom said, we got into mind you, my mom is very emotional. So I got my emotional temperament. I got my humor from my dad, but I got my emotional temperament from my mother. So we're standing outside and I can already see when my mom is agitated, is a very Yoruba thing. She's so fidgety. You can just tell this woman is not comfortable. But mortuary people, this is every day, multiple times a day, they do this work.
They're so desensitized to all these ones that you're doing.
We did very well with mommy. Mommy is looking good. And in that moment,
It's not funny.
My first instinct was to get annoyed. Doesn't this man realize that this is a super moment?
It does not.
But it made my mom smile. He said, "Anne, don't worry, mom is looking good.
Yeah.
The outfit you chose, good. Mom is looking. We did a very good work on her. Mom is looking good." So everybody is smiling and everything. And I think because my uncle used to be a doctor, so he kind of knew the guy or whatever. So he gets in there. He said, "Good, isn't she? Good, isn't it?" And my mom was actually like, "Yes, my mommy looks nice. Thank you." But it was a thing of, I realized that, because initially I was like, no, this man should be a bit
he should actually be, but, he should be reverent.
No, God bless him, because it was a long day. No, my mother cried. So that at least,
and that was of joy for the day.
My mom couldn't give a speech about her mom. She could not. She just said my mommy was started wailing. She couldn't talk. And then again, no siblings come and take over to say our mommy. My dad was feeling so bad for her. But I think there are different ways. It would be nice to have better ways to learn to be an adult. Yeah. What to do. Even your friend is going through a divorce, what to do, what to say, how to behave. If they are divorcing your fellow friend, what's the protocol here? They're actually both my friends. Just different things.
I've been in one of those
they're both my friends. Yeah. There was one recently that I asked my mom, a friend had a miscarriage, and I was like, what am I supposed to do or say in this situation? So you actually
don't know. You actually don't know. And then also, because there is a nuance of individual people, but there's a general listen, it would be ideal in this. And you find it, people who have been through it say time after time that I would have loved if people just... Anyway, so we should learn.
Let's do some dilemma.
I
know that Taiwo will love this one. Taiwo likes gist, so
let me
itchy because I'm like some problem. Anyway, dilemma. So
dilemma is not problem.
Dilemma.
Okay, let me see. I want to start with a big one.
Okay.
This person is called T.
Hi T.
And they say, "Hi guys, please help. We're really worried that my 15-year-old sister might be pregnant. My mom called this morning to say she's a bit scared though, because she had noticed that my sister hasn't had her period this month. She says that she's been coming a bit late from school and my dad has been scolding her about it, and so now they're worried she's pregnant. When she asked for my opinion, I told her to just wait a little bit because it might be hormonal changes or something. After the call, I got scared thinking of all the possibilities and what it will do to my family if this is actually true. Please note, our dad is a pastor, so everything is already going a bit haywire. To my question, do you think it's okay for us to check with the pregnancy kit? I feel like it might be somehow, but I don't know what to do. What do you guys think?"
I think jumping to checking is quite forward before saying anything.
But why are they even assuming she's
pregnant? My own is you have to say something.
No, it's a parental 2+2. She comes from school a little bit late.
She doesn't have.
And if
her
your mom
period.
clocks, your mom keeps track of periods, she's like, this girl, she has school with a boy. It's pregnancy.
I'm sorry, it's crazy that you're considering jumping to the pregnancy kid before anybody has talked to her.
Yeah. So that was about to say that, her sister.
Her sister now.
So just ask her, just be like, how? But that's the thing. I imagine everybody thinks they're under crunch time.
You need to. She needs to go
your sister,
and be like, babe, hey.
Yeah. You can just start off saying that mommy and daddy have been complaining that you've been coming late from school. How far?
Exactly. What's happening?
And are you okay or whatever? So you should, before your parents.
You don't want your parents to do this
manage
thing.
it. But I think that another thing that is also very helpful is what I call tame catastrophizing. In that you sit down and you think by yourself, what are all the worst possible outcomes here? And what would you do? How would you manage the family? How would you manage her? So what if she's actually pregnant, one? What if she's not pregnant and your parents react this way and she gets very upset and becomes very secretive? What if something else, what if you find out something else is wrong, right? So I think she's a teenager. And teenagers do dumb things all the time. So it's not like it's impossible for her to be pregnant. It's possible. But I just want you to remember that at 15, there are things your family say and do that will shape the relationship you have with them. So your mom pouncing on her, so we on this thing now. You know what I mean?
I just think the consequences of your parents buying a pregnancy kit and ambushing her that she's pregnant. I can't lie, especially if she's not pregnant.
Exactly.
No, she better be.
It's best.
Yeah.
It's
So
best
that
she's pregnant.
If this
Because
is
if
their
she's
plan,
now not,
it's best she's pregnant.
Actually.
Because if she is not, do you know what a violation it is for your parents to start with,
As in,
here's a pregnancy kit. Oh yeah. Before having one simple
conversation.
So nobody's going to ask me why I'm coming late.
And it's even a gentle thing. Did you guys ever watch Waje on a Sponge? It was so interesting. Waje's mom, Waje told her mom she was pregnant. I think she was 16. She said it. Her mom just said, and stayed in the same position for a long time. Didn't say anything. And a couple of days later, her auntie appeared. What are you here to do? They say you're pregnant. I'm here to help you. Like to take it. She said her mother never made her feel.
Yeah.
She said she already felt, she was so scared. She felt terrible. The father of the baby denied the baby. So when her mom went, said that my daughter said she's pregnant, the mother said, no, it's not me alone. Very humiliating, but the reaction there. So that's what I'm saying. The normal first thing to do is just to ask, is everything okay?
Have a conversation.
Now, see, I'm about to ask you a question that might seem somehow.
But like,
remember that the first things first, don't be annoying at me. Second, you need to be able to tell me the truth. Are you pregnant? Why? Your mom knows I'm your mother and I've been
looking at the thing. And it can either end up being a funny conversation you will refer to later and being like, do you remember that time you asked me if I was pregnant when I was 15? Or it can be this way, I don't talk to my mom anymore.
Yeah.
They have to handle it delicately.
You have to handle it delicately. And I'm sorry for you to not ask one question.
Pregnancy kids.
I just think
she will judge them for life. Like she won't talk to them anymore.
I'm sorry, it'll be two somehow. Okay, I have two that I've seen, but let me see. The first one is the transition girlfriend. Transition girlfriend says, hi, FK Angela. Shout out to you guys for the real MVP. Thank you. To my dilemma, I have guy friends that are my cool pals. So I don't rate them for real. We hang out, chill, insult each other, and have good times together. Now, one of them, let's call him A, likes me. We all started off as friends, but he caught feelings for me along the way. Recently, I did too for A, but honestly, I can't see him past being my friend. Like, I've seen this guy finish. He is a sweet guy, and all, even as my friend, he has always been very sweet. He asked me out recently, like last week, and I said yes, but things have been really weird because, I still see him as my friend. I need you guys to know that after almost every sentence, there's a laughing emoji. She likes him like mad. He can say something like, good night, babe. And in my head, I'm thinking, who is this one's babe? Another laughing emoji.
Why is she for me now?
How did you know?
Why is she for me?
My dilemma is, how do I transition from being his close friend to his girlfriend? I thought of asking him to let us give each other a deadline so that if we can't get past this by December, we will now break up. I really don't know what to do, but I like him enough to date him.
You like him.
Girl, you like him. You're too shy to come out of the gates.
No, it's not that.
I actually like you.
It's not that. It's they already have a dynamic. And it's so fun. She can't believe.
She can't believe that she actually has caught feelings in this way.
For this boy.
So now it's funny because he's saying good night, babe, and you like it, but you're like, wow.
She's doing that Yoruba woman thing.
Oh my God. Please, transition girlfriend, embrace the fact that you like him. Like, hold him.
Girl, nothing this street. So if I were you,
my body.
See, if you date your friend, it's very sweet.
It's actually better.
It's the best. Trust me. I'm speaking from a life case.
Really? Is that
my husband, so in fact, so it's not dilemma, but we were friends for a very long time and I used to do shakara. So I was a very strict friend. I was one of those friends that if you are my guy friend, after 10 p.m., don't message me. I'll not reply to 8 in the morning. Never call me at 8 o'clock in the morning because I'm at work, I'm busy, investment banking wants to kill me. No, I wasn't. No, I said that one and I said, Taiwo, you are mad. Because what was all this? Do you understand? What was the reason? What was the need? There was really no reason. So my now husband, I don't even know, maybe him too, he just thought, okay, I like this girl one day. All of a sudden, he just started messaging me often. And me, I'll use one day to reply him because I was even very busy. So a lot of time, I'm like, I beg, talk quick, talk quick. So if I mistakenly change BBM status like this, I'll just say hi to him. I'm like, boy, it's day, But I never really hung out with him. It was really mostly talked. I think we had so it was a friend that when we did MIC that introduced us.
Yeah.
We just had one date at Orchid Bistro. I just said, okay, he's good looking, he's all right. But me, I was like everybody's G. Yeah. I was one of those girls that had many male friends and no boyfriend. Do you understand?
That's me.
That was me for a very long time. In fact, anyway, all of a sudden, I think, anyway, well, he eventually figured out that the fastest way to get to know me is food. So one day he just goes, is there any restaurants that you want to go to? I was like, yeah, bonsai, let's go. And I said, I even called my friend. I said, damn, do you want to come? In my mind, it was not a date. No. He did not make it sound like it was a date.
So,
no.
Taiwo Joe, please.
No, wait now. Relax.
If I call you.
No. Calm down. See, I'm telling you, this guy was my friend. He does. So,
but you went on a date to Orchid Bistro.
That was like a long time ago. Like it was like 3 years before.
Okay,
it wasn't
yeah.
So in my mind, we're just friends. Do you understand? So I messaged one of my girlfriends. I said, babe, one of my friends come. Let's get it on his head.
Look at this thief. One of my friends wants to carry us. And I'm sure they were there.
No, they not ask me that. I will know you. Sometimes you're a bit oblivious. Is it a date? And I said, I didn't ask him now. Because if it's a date, he will say it's a date. So in my mind, so then me too, you could not do like I should be assuming.
Yeah,
you had to be very clear. I don't do corner. If you say I like you, talk your own. Don't be. I don't even have that kind of patience. You understand? Anyway, so some of my friends came. I don't even know what he said to them. They now said they had to go. Me, I was not like Kilo Shanwele, like where people going? We've not snapped this thing for the blog now. There's no.
You know what I love is that his approach was to be like, sorry, you guys.
No, as soon as they left, he now said, so how are you? What's going on? Blah, blah. And I had just hooked up one of my friends. So he now said, anyways, him to use my services. So I said, yeah, tell me more. He now said, I'm ready to settle down. I want a girlfriend. I said, yeah, tell me. I literally put on my phone. I was typing all day. He was like, the girl has to be, clinical, family oriented, homely, funny. I was not like, this is me now. Let me not act like I even know what you're saying. And next thing he just goes, and I said, so who he now goes, you. I said, you as in how? But I'm just saying that like, at that point, it was awkward because in my mind, I had never seen him as boyfriend. Yeah. I had never thought Aso would be kissing. Do you understand? Like, so for like 6 months.
That's exactly what this baby is thinking. So you now be kissing me. I know what she's going
to be honest, the thought every time was funny. Because every time I was just like, So in fact, he chased me. He would just call me. So I even liked him. My birthday, he came. In fact, I remember I had like 3 other guys that liked me. So they were all was like, competition. And his cupcake was the sweetest. So that was, but guys, like, honestly, God, please, because anyways, long, we just started talking more often. But he had declared his intention.
Yeah. So but you knew.
I now knew at that point that, okay, this guy wants to be more than friends.
Yeah.
But it was always like this.
If you liked him, why was the jump?
So I was scared that I'm saying this on air, girl. I was scared that it might now not work out and then I'll now lose him as a friend. Yeah. And I really liked the friendship. So
how close were you people? When people say this thing, I'm like, are you best friends?
No, what? I don't even have a best friend, but we were not best friends, but I liked him enough as like we had good conversations. I could even say, this thing happened at the office. What do you think? Yeah. So when like, if we now do this boyfriend-girlfriend
you now scatter the rest of the friendship.
Do you understand? But anyway, the Sha worked and we married almost 10 years now, Sha. So transition girlfriend.
Maybe this could be a story. It could be a story.
Yeah.
I suggest you go for it because
could I have dated any of my friends? No.
I don't.
Baboons, the lot of them.
I have honestly tried. I've considered many a friend. We've considered this transition, and we end up just being like,
no,
you don't have that much sense for me. For me to really go.
Truth is that one person must be the one that has.
I think one person must push for it.
Yes.
One person must push for it. So
and eventually,
before you find that one. Let me read the one I found. Okay. This person calls themselves Daughter of Mary.
Daughter of Mary.
The opening line, capital letters. Now white people know they help people. Says, Hi, Jola and FK, and shout out to Parliament Law. I was at the Abuja show, by the way. Amazing atmosphere. Yes, somebody.
Yeah, please, I want you guys to know that someone at the Abuja show suggested that instead of siders, we call. I said what I said, like the audience, Parliament.
Because Feikem is president.
We have to tell him to go and sit down. It's not everything that comes to mind.
You should say.
Okay, let me start again. Now, why people know they help people? Hello, Jola and FK, and shout out to Parliament. Lol, I was at the Abuja show. Amazing atmosphere. Anyway, do I have a story for you?
All right, let's have it.
My mother, like a lot of Nigerian mothers, believes she is the mother of all. She has helped so many people, which is a great thing. But sometimes it comes at great expense. E.g., waking up to strangers in our rooms. So earlier this year, her friend called her crying that she was about to get evicted. She got divorced a few months ago, and due to poor planning, she didn't have rent. So what did my mother do? She sent me casa to casa like mad. Come to my house. This friend is a woman in her 50s. So the woman moved in February, and what did she say to my mother? I ain't going nowhere until you kick me out. The grass is greener on the other side type shit.
This is a mad person.
Fast forward to 2 weeks ago, she got fired from her job, a job she had worked for 20 years, and claimed her salary was not up to 200K because she hadn't gotten promoted. Lamba FC. She was crying 3 days ago and let it slip that she was actually earning a whopping 800K per month after taxes. My mother shocked to her core. So you mean this babe had the means to take care of herself but wanted to suck my mother's blood like a vampire? Now, the bottom line is my mother, Mary, mother of all that is good and bad, wants to tell her to get fuck. But she says she wants to wait till March. What? I'm moving back home, and I said January is actually very okay. Let her do New Year, new home, please. So guys, what should Mary do?
This kind of thing.
I can't like, even Mary, people are not. January, March.
She came in March last year.
Yes.
Yeah, and she has.
So her mom wants us to make it 1 year.
Her mom, yeah.
Her mom is saying she should live in March.
Yeah.
No, it's her mom that is saying that next year March, so that they will complete the.
Her mom is nice.
That's Nari Mary.
Unfortunately for daughter of Mary, it's really your mom's call.
It is.
It's really your mom's call.
But you can encourage your mom to bounce her as soon as physically possible. In fact, you can start suggesting agents. You can start sending her, oh my God, I saw this video of this house. Guess what? It reminds me of you. Send it to her and see what do you think about this place. Also, but I don't like things like this. Now, why are you lying? Just say you want to stay in my house.
Honestly. Like, just
you're taking advantage of
just
like
your
mom.
Yeah. She knows your mom is nice.
She knows even to the point where her mom is taking advantage of, and the worst punishment she can give her is till March.
Yeah.
Having a warm or kind family member is so interesting. So me, I grew up with, when I was much younger, when I was really little, my parents had a lot of their friends because my parents got married. My mom was 25 when I was born and my dad was 28. So they were one of the first in their friendship group to get married and have children. So they had a lot of friends and stuff that would come to our house, and not in a bad way, but so my parents had friends that were missionaries that used to, so our house was the house. Yeah. And because of the kind of friendship they had, they were very close. So people would sleep in our sitting room. It never felt I'm sure now that I'm older, I know it was probably a bit of a sacrifice for everybody involved, but it didn't feel like an inconvenience. But also there was a clear awareness, even as a child, it never felt like anybody was taking advantage of my parents. It never got to the point that I would get angry or go and tell my parents, why is Uncle Kenny always here? Why is Auntie Kenny always here? But one of the things about living with generous people is you are the one that can always see when people are taking advantage.
Of course.
Sometimes it doesn't even occur. And even when they recognize it, they'll just say, now wow. And now try to... Yeah. They don't want to get angry and cuss. They want to transition gently that, that thing she did was not good, but let her shabby.
That's the thing.
Let her shabby going.
Let her be going. And they want to just ease it out. But I always find in things like that, if my mom is the overnice person, I'm very happy to be the bad guy. Because somebody has to say something.
Somebody has to be the bad cop,
Somebody has to say something.
I think you can just encourage your mom that it's not even a bad thing, but it's also that the woman is taking space. No, space for someone else that actually needs it. And not that, somebody should come to your house. It's just that
if you want to help somebody,
if there's kindness to be extended, don't extend it to somebody that already has.
It's like afford it.
It's as simple as if myself and my brother need a favor that involves a car, and my dad is saying to be fair to both his children, I can use his car. But I already have a car.
Exactly.
That's not fair.
Yeah,
it's not fair.
Somebody that doesn't have one.
So your mom is extending like kindness and all these things to somebody that doesn't need it.
Yeah.
And that's fundamentally what it is. And more importantly, she's taking advantage. So just to tell your mom that March, you have to tell her January, because it's more likely that it's that March she'll still go. If you tell her March, it's June.
She'll go.
Yeah, so she has enough notice.
Yeah, I have one now. I forgot about it and I just remember that I think we'll all really enjoy it. Jola's birthday mate says, hello my women, love you long time. Now to my dilemma. I have a huge crush on Shewa Oduyale of Bizboard Ashoke.
Shew.
I need strategies on how to enter him.
That's it.
I have followed him. I have liked his post. I even wished him happy birthday.
That's not enough.
I leave comments. She may trying.
Let me tell you.
How does one position or toast a man like this help? I'm 30. I work in tech. I'm a fine girl. I'm a Christian.
Do you like beans?
Let me not lie. That's the only way.
If you like beans, just tell him you found one beans place that you want to take him to.
The only way is to actually take the beans to Bizboard. I promise you.
No, there are two things.
No.
One, beans, and then two, you start showing all sorts of Ashoke style.
Every time.
Anything.
You need to go to Bizboard in Ashoke with beans.
With beans, yes.
I know you think it's funny, but
they
can use it. Kidnappers can lock him in.
Please, kidnappers.
No, not kidnappers. Please. But I promise you, you can seduce him with these beans.
No, he loves beans. He loves beans. Like,
I've never seen anything like it.
And it's a family thing.
Really?
We sat down with him and his brother. My brother was like, so this beast is not only Shew. The guy said,
So this is my advice. My advice to you, honestly, to him, either find how to, if he's not replying, no, she did say she had DM, she said comment.
She doesn't comment.
You need to DM him about going to have beans together.
Yes.
Or you need to actually go to Bizboard. I can even check, because sometimes it's Lekki, sometimes it's in Surulere. Go and check. Where go to Bizboard in Lekki with beans and invite him, to join you in the eating of the beans. I promise you,
trust me.
Fantastic.
Beans.
A beans date is actually your primary.
Sorry, I was calling you out like this.
No. Me, I said it to him already. He said we should feel free.
Okay.
He said, I can
Thanks
feel
for
free.
your permission.
No. Immediately I saw it, I said it to him.
But he loves beans.
He said,
so
can
much.
feel free. He himself is trying to leave the streets. So,
he said that before, actually.
Omoloma, he said, my dears, please go for it. It's better that they're now announcing his name outside.
Right on. Please make sure you give us an update.
Please, honestly, we really need to know. Also, you left no way for us to connect him, because he was like, I now said, actually, that's you didn't leave anything for us to say. Let's send it to. Immediately I said it. I just took a screenshot. I said it to him. He was like, I have to do this dilemma. So, there's no phone number. That you two, you're not. You don't really want. Why didn't you say, tell him to message me on? You have to.
Not
babes,
9 knots.
Babes, you have to be swift. With
I have a follow-up from the episode we did with Dima. This person says, hi guys, I wanted to share my experience after Mr. Appreciate You from that episode. I was in a similar spot with someone who did all the things. He got me flowers, he planned dates, he got me gifts, supported my ideas, planned trips, everything. But me too, he didn't say I love you, even when I felt like he did. My own didn't reach 1 year, but 3 or 4 months in, I told him I love you. And this guy said to me, I commend your courage.
Oh my God, even worse.
Please, I started laughing so badly because I couldn't believe it. I worked as a counselor at the time, so I knew the right question to ask. And turns out his parents never ever said I love you. He told me that his mom didn't even hug growing up, and it showed, man. Anyway, I broke up with him, but it wasn't because of that. Sure. It was other values we differed in, particularly how to raise potential children. The guy said he would raise the children the same way he was raised because he turned out fine.
It did not turn out fine. Sorry, Mr.
Hey.
I commend your courage.
I personally appreciate someone that can acknowledge their parents did their best, but also see where they went wrong and tried to be better. I was really shy about that thing, so I didn't tell my friends till a year after. But I know that they will know it's me from you guys reading this.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that context. That's so funny. Okay, I have a last one before we just retire. Jordan. Great. I love when people just write their name. There's a last name here, but I won't read it
them.
because I'm just like, your first and last name. Why? Then people will now be like, bro, why will you write your full name? Hi, my president and guest as you. I recently joined a company and I found out that I have previously blocked a colleague who also happens to be a senior in the company. I blocked the person during an era in my life where I was blocking people on my TL that were making noise or saying rubbish on Twitter. The person has a large following on Twitter. I will be working with this person a few times and I am now conflicted on if I should unblock them or not, or if I should wait for them to find out that they are blocked. Please advise. Personally, I wouldn't bring it up.
Yeah, what does work have to do with
personally, I'm keeping it absolutely moving. I'm not saying a damn thing.
Did you block them on
LinkedIn? If you block them on LinkedIn, that could be a challenge. But on Twitter, I don't know why you would even unblock them or even why it would come up.
Yeah,
this one you said you wait for them to find out. Why are they looking for you on Twitter?
It's not that relevant.
There's no need. You don't even need to bring it up. And if they discover you block them, I promise you they'll be shy. So nobody. This is a situation where no one says anything because I'm not asking my colleague. So why did you block
my junior colleague?
Yeah, there's a senior person in the company. There's actually no need. They're going to gist to their friends. I can't imagine this big fool that works with me only for me to open his Twitter and see that I'm blocked. That's the extent of this thing. They're not coming to you saying, "Oh my God, as my colleague, why did you block me?" No, nobody. I see people I block on Twitter all the time.
Don't stress yourself,
and nothing changes.
Nobody's bringing it up in conversation.
100%.
Even the ones you unfollow. Nobody has to say, why did you unfollow me?
Nobody is bringing it up.
If that person is your friend and maybe people that just had one small fight, you can call and say, why didn't you over here? But for what?
I don't even, because a lot of times I don't even realize this, like all these things, people unfollowed you, they check, because I don't check like who watches my story or whatever. I know people do it.
They muted you.
A lot of people do it and I'm like, so that's how they would know. But for me, I'm like, yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's odd.
That's a shame. So I don't think this is what you should be worried about at all.
List of your problems.
In this current day and age, in this Nigeria, let's first start off with thanking God you have a job.
My dear.
That you have a job.
And that you guys can even have an okay relationship. For you to now bring up, I blocked you on Twitter because you were saying rubbish to your senior colleague. Create problems for yourself. Why don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, before, you said you've been doing this for 12 years. Did you start on Instagram?
Because you mentioned blog.
Okay, so how did I start? So I started on BlackBerry status.
Stop.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Taiwo, your own is always unique.
It's always unique.
Yeah, that's where it started. And then my friends are like,
what were you putting on your status?
Now arrived bonsai. This cheesecake is mad. Oh my God. I just had this. Was Radeo and I think my friend Karim was that was like, babe, just open blog.
Like, what are you?
Because
always disturbing us.
We'll just see. I know how BlackBerry is. Like, it does not. You can't hide anything. So
everything was there one by one. Everybody.
And that's how my now husband used to know this baby's free.
Because she's talking to
because much. She's just So that was how it started. And then I think I started tweeting about it. I was on Twitter. Now I don't even like that app anymore. I'm not there. If you message me there, you can never reach me.
So
I'm
answer
sorry.
all the questions. Am I coming back? No.
They're always looking for you.
I'm not. I used to say that I was coming back, and now fundamentally decided that actually no. One day I'm going to go in and delete the profile. It's not happening.
Do you know what's a very sane space? Threads.
I've never.
I saw your.
It's very sane.
I've never opened that.
It's very warm.
It's.
I just feel like if it's not Twitter, then it's not. Twitter.
No, and it's not.
Really,
and that's very good.
Yeah.
It's very slow on the uptake. It's going to take a while.
That's what I was going to say. That are a lot of people on it.
A lot on it.
That's what shocked me. One day I just went to check what was going on.
I have never opened it.
Yes, people are People are active there, and it is a very warm. I don't know how to explain it. It's very warm and helpful. What you mean. It's giving early days of Twitter.
Yeah, nobody has. It hasn't casted yet. Perhaps you'll catch me
it's not
on
mean.
Threads.
I think that's the main thing. There's no incentive. There's no incentive to be mean.
Yeah, there's no incentive to be mean. So
up Threads, who knows? Coming soon.
So that was how I started my BlackBerry status, and then I used to tweet, and then I opened a blog, and it was on WordPress at the time. So I think it was foodieinlagos.wordpress.com, because I mean then it was just almost a case of, okay, I go to all these places, everybody's always asking me where to go. So it was just very easy.
You had Foodie in Lagos from the jump?
From the jump, yeah. It was always called Foodie in Lagos. How did I even come up with the name? I'm a foodie, I'm in Lagos. Foodie in Lagos. Like,
fair.
It's not more than that.
It wasn't more than that. Like, not then, like, overthinking wasn't
You could actually just do things quickly. Like, it wasn't that deep.
I went on
now,
WordPress.
branding.
In fact, analysis paralysis wants to kill me. And that was how it started. So I started blogging. And then people actually used to read. So you write your blog post, you put your pictures, you post the link on Twitter, and then people will go and read it, and they're commenting there. And you even start knowing like some of the commenters from their comments. They would even use their Twitter at the time. And then of course Instagram came up, and it was just post your pictures and go. And now it's a whole production.
You have to do video. I don't know how you guys are doing, because I always see your videos and I just think, so Taiwo had to record this. You do one angle, the space.
Voiceover.
Because I just see your videos, the space, with people empty. Do you clear people out?
No, I don't clear people out. So what I normally do is that I try and go as soon as they open.
Okay, because I always wonder that this place is empty.
I go as soon as they open. And then sometimes, even in a busy restaurant, there always be one place that nobody really likes to sit, because there's no lights, it's not Instagrammable.
Yeah.
Now all the problems of nowadays. So it's the waiters always just say, they're the ones I stress, but I'm like, don't worry, people will come to your restaurants. Just allow me.
Yeah.
And again, I'm buying something. I used to be anonymous.
So in the restaurant space now, do people recognize you? Because
when
I remember,
you come to eat.
I don't know.
I remember my friends that had a food blog really getting annoyed when people started to recognize them, because they just feel like, but this is not what I want. You people should show me your yash.
So I'm sure now, most likely. But then nobody knew me. Nobody knew what I looked like. And that was the beauty of it. And that's the thing. As social media began to evolve, there was a lot of like just being more relatable.
Yeah.
They want to see what you're wearing. They want to see what you do. Even for a longer time, I remember the first time I posted my picture, the comments, I was so shy. I said, but I don't want to take away from what their sense is of what I'm doing. It's not really about what I'm wearing, But I've also embraced that transition-ish with some guidelines.
Yeah.
Okay. There's some things that you just never see post about.
Which brings us to what I wanted to talk about. I remember when I realized like you had a family.
Yeah.
And not in a bad way. It was early on. But I remember being struck by the fact that I knew your page. Well, it was because I think I had met you.
Yes.
That I knew you had a family. And I was just like, this is very interesting. I know in a bad way, like interesting, good. Because I liked the fact that it was clear you don't feel under pressure to perform like motherhood or wifehood or any of that stuff.
I don't want to be a mommy blogger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not even mommy blogger, but there's a sense that people who have a niche on social media, so your niches, restaurants, food,
lifestyle,
everything, lifestyle, feel like they also need to become like a personality. And then also, if you bring your family in, it's cute, there's more content. So you find that over time, people might be starting on one thing, but then now, people are asking, we've not seen your husband, we've not seen your son, we've not seen your daughter. Oh, how is Kiniko? How is this? And then you can see them now feeling pressure to do family challenge or whatever. And it's just so interesting that you haven't done it.
So why?
So I think for me, first of all, I was even anonymous. It was faceless. Like nobody knew who I was. They didn't even know the name. I don't even think. I just always sign out with main foodie or Foodie in Lagos, right? And then when I come online, people are just so wicked. People are so judgmental. People are so mean. And I knew how I used to struggle even just to even put my face out there. I don't want that pressure on my family. I really do. As maybe at best 24-hour story.
Yeah.
But apart from that, because I just don't see why they need to be there. And next thing, before you know, someone saying how is
Yeah.
why is that? Is that why you're here?
An effective stranger asking me.
Exactly. So it just feels very weird to want to do that. And funny enough, because I've always tried to just keep the essence of, okay, I am now the personality. It's about me. I'm not trying to be, I don't want any brand reaching out to me and say, oh, once you should call video, involve your father, your children. Heck no. Because some you get, especially if it's like certain brands that are family friendly now, you know.
They want you to
worst
do
case,
the family
you see the back
thing.
of their head. You know. Because I also don't want them going out and somebody's identifying.
I saw
Tai the Foodie's daughter.
I saw a video yesterday. It was very
just
good.
Too much.
It was the Irish government did a video about child protection on socials, and it was very, very good. So it was this girl walking in the mall with her parents, and somebody random goes, "Hi," something, and says her name. And she kind of looks at the person, and
who are you?
And her parents ask, "Oh, do you know them from school?" And she's like, "Are they like?" And they said no. Somebody else passes, and someone goes, "Oh, hi, well done on scoring something at football." And she looks a bit anxious. Then the same man that was on the staircase, you see him again somewhere, and he says something that something references her dad picking her up late or something, and you see this little girl looking so confused. And then they showed like this same man like saving her pictures from her parents' socials, and they're talking about how. So the whole thing was that please think before you kind of share your children's lives and stuff like that, and about how, because they can't consent per se, you have to be very careful about how much of their lives you're opening them up to. And particularly because Kelani had said this before about how she realized that people would just call her daughter's name. And her daughter being a child would turn.
Of course.
And if you know my name, that means you know mommy.
Yeah.
And that's the first time she realized how dangerous it was, because her child is so innocent.
She'll think it's
that her child thinks everybody that knows her knows mommy, and mommy is not going to let anybody bad know who I am. And she said it was very terrifying. Yeah. It was extremely terrifying. So
enough, I never even thought that.
You didn't even go that far.
It just wasn't something you did.
It just never came naturally to me. It's even now that my 8-year-old has FK.
No, I love it because you just say, my 9-year-old filmed this, and I'm like, I love it because is he a boy? Is he a girl? You have no idea.
He's a boy. He's even always giving me ideas. Like, you know, in fact, the other day my daughter said, are you doing taste and tales? You know, I went to Ireland with the Irish food board. So every time she would hear my videos playing, so anytime we come, she say, are you doing taste and tales? Are you doing taste and tales? So now they even give me ideas. And
you should try,
you know, but it wasn't even about that. I just didn't want it to be like, because what will now happen is that you will now be under pressure to show up that people are asking for you,
come and do this,
you know, and I'm just like, nah, I didn't even go far as child protection. All those don't even enter my brain, you know. But I know it took me a while to even like be showing my face. Yeah. To now extend that. It's just too long for me.
I wanted to ask something because what you do, it is a lifestyle thing, but then there's also, over time, you kind of build a knowledge of how to do it, what people are interested in. And I find with things like this where you're not necessarily passing a judgment, it's a tasty thing.
Yeah.
You have a certain taste level, you have a certain type of taste, you have your opinion and what you like. But you are kind of guiding people according to your opinion. So it's a tastemakers thing. There are people who are tastemakers, and you either like their opinion and you listen to them, or you don't. But then I see it a lot where people who are critics, people who review things, there is a challenge of, but it's not your expertise. And I find it so interesting because I'm like, but what is the experience not what allows you to do
it? Of course it is. So again, if you've been doing something
for a long time,
every day, every week, every month, you build expertise in that area, right? And I don't even think I've ever seen anybody comment and ask me, who made you a reviewer? Who made you a critic?
No, it's not you, don't worry.
You know, but that's the thing. People can just be very judgmental and they think they know, but they still rely on it. Either ways, you know, they might publicly come and say nonsense in your comment section, but they are saving it, you know. And that's the thing. It's still knowledge. It's still, because why did I start doing this? I just hated the fact that I couldn't read a review. Yeah. Before I went there and I went to spend money and I'll read the Yelp, I'll read that. I said, okay. And then, you know, back then, the restaurant scene is so much different now. It's so different now, and everywhere is expensive. Minimum budget if you go anywhere, if you want to really have a good time, like you want to hold, that's like 100K. If you really want
that's
to.
the truth.
So before I spend 100K,
you want to know what's happening.
Who has been there? What did they think? How was this? And of course, it will always be subjective because that is their personal opinion. Do you understand? If it tastes like crap, then it's crap. You know what? This is not something you should try on the menu. But for someone to now think that who made you the expert? Okay, go and do your own.
Genuinely. What made you? I mean, you said you've done it before. So deciding to do like a food festival, you have around like 50 vendors you are working with. And it's not just like, I've seen a couple of the other things you're doing, people you're collaborating with to have like a Christmas Christmas village, and you're doing different things. What made you decide to take it on? Because yes, people would think, Christmas, everybody wants to do something. Yeah. But it's a big commitment. So why did you decide actually want to do something else? Food festival?
So, well, me, I like writing goals down. And it was actually one of my goals. I think when I was just planning like, okay, what done did you see? Maybe like I had a list of 10 things, right? And I was assessing that list like August. And I was just like, And the thing about me is that I'm an overthinker. I'm a big overthinker. But I'd had like people reach out to be like, how far? You say you were doing it last year. Last year ended. You entered 2025, blah, blah, blah. So I just said, okay, you know what? Let's do this. Because really, at the end of the day, a lot of some of these companies or some of these vendors, a lot of them don't still have physical spaces, right? And everybody looks up to me as that thought leader in that space where like, if Tai is going to do something, then I'm sure she's going to curate the best of the best. And then I also have a lot of my family members coming in from the abroad. And I'm like, okay, it would really be a nice, thing to do. And let's just see how it goes. I kid you not. Every time I post something about this food festival, I'm always shaking. In fact, when I did the video, my husband posted it for me. He said, oh yeah, just write the caption. He read it. I walked into another room and I was losing my mind. So he was just like, man, this babe, you don't even know that you are a big deal. I don't know why you're always shaking and all these things. So it was one of those things where like I wanted to even challenge myself where like I can do this and I've done it before. I've done smaller events. So why is this different? In fact, when I put out the vendor application form, I thought nobody will apply.
No.
I have 200 applications.
Stop.
Every day I get a message saying, is there still space? I'm like, there's even no space. I don't know where I'll put some of you. I wish I could take you guys. So obviously it's now telling me that people want this.
There's an opportunity.
And again, I really want the vendors to have a very good Christmas. And then I now partnered with Tinseltown, Itunu. And Itunu is one of the people like, I've not seen anybody that loves Christmas.
No,
Itunu in November starts watching Christmas movies.
Like, I've not seen
there are movies that I'm always like, where did you find this thing?
If you need in fact, I've told her just do guide. Well, Itunu is also like one of those people that she wears many hats.
Many.
In fact, like small but mighty, but like, So in fact, when she said, let's do this, I was like, let's do this. Yeah. And she has many children.
So she knows.
And she's like, I really want to share this Christmassy spirit with everyone. Because back then when we were younger,
Christmas was Christmas.
It's not been feeling like that. Do you understand? It just feels like all the concerts,
last year Christmas, it's like they gave us the change of the Christmas we've been having
so just
before.
To basically just bring back that spirit again, because my very fond memories of Christmas was when I was a child.
Yeah.
And I would want to recreate that for my child. Yeah. So there's so much Christmassy things like happening.
Have you announced vendors?
We'll announce from today.
Okay. No, I'm not. I'm just saying so that people get excited.
Oh yeah. So that's it. Analysis paralysis.
No, don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it. So I'm telling you, people are coming.
Let me tell you what it does. Just in case you are overthinking it, people are not able to sit down. Look at the vendors. Look at what they are selling. A map. Plan. Say, okay, I'll start here.
A strategic attack.
Yeah. From today, tomorrow, we will start putting that out. There are also a few vendors that I'm doing like a vendor spotlight with. It's a lot of work, a lot of commitment because...
No, but it's good.
But it's good. And it's also there's enough time to like... You build it up. You build it up.
3 weeks away.
3 weeks away is enough to build. You build it up. You build it up so that people know that, you know what, this thing is not... see that commitment you put in, you're doing vendor spotlight, you now be thinking, actually, this is going to be a good event. Because if they're taking all this time to do all this stuff, surely, someone I've been following that has been recommending and have been to places and I'm like, she was right about this. It's not now that you now come and fall my hand.
I just need all the encouragements. And honestly, a lot of my friends have been. In fact, shout out to Itunu.
It's one of those things that is like, I'm surprised you didn't do it before.
Yeah, so in fact, like, and that's the thing. Like, it's always on my plan every year.
Yeah.
But something will just make me just freeze.
Yeah.
And then sometimes life is lifing, this happens, and I'm just like, my husband has been pushing me, say this one, you will do it. I don't care if you like.
We love a supportive king.
In fact, he said if you like, complain and ask. You see this one? We will do it. We will learn from it, but it will be done.
See why you marry your friend?
You see?
I'm reaping plenty benefits. So
I have a whole thing on the Friends to Lovers trope. I'm not sure, but you know what?
Please don't listen to FK.
We have a survivor.
Almost 10 years married. Trust me. Best time of my life.
Trust her, lovely. Trust her.
Marry your friend. You get why?
Definitely don't marry your enemy.
At least we know
that's another episode. Because I'm married to their ops.
We've
had some ladies here that are married to their ops.
Yeah. I think it's best, but I'm really excited. I'm excited
guys,
to come. Very well done.
17th, you guys will be there.
We'll be there. We'll be
live
there.
show.
We'll be there.
And I know what to do. Let's share the moment.
Okay. How do we share now?
Cheers.
Okay, before we go, we actually go,
yes,
we need to make sure that people know that it's not just about putting your name on the can. They actually asked us to tell people specifically about gift.
Yeah,
they know that one thing about Nigerians, they love
there's a QR code
yes,
that you can scan, and there are plenty things. Woof. That's what it love free.
And it's Christmas, so
you love just collecting things. You need to do a little scan and see what you can. There are 50 million naira worth of
250.
prizes. 250 million naira worth of prizes that you can win. So when you buy the sharing can or the one with your name, then you can.
Oh, you have to find the one with your name?
No, you have to find anyone that has a name.
No, just
can be. You can share and you can win. So if you want to win on your ops name, you go for it.
Let them be good for something. Finally,
I think that's fair enough.
Actually,
so you go for it.
All right, nice. Tyra, where can people find you if they don't know? Like okay, let me do it. Let me do it for her. I'm Tai of Foodie. I'm Foodie in Lagos.
No. I'm Tai, the only Foodie in Lagos you should know.
Okay, she's Tai, the only Foodie in Lagos you should know. Mm-hmm. You can find her on Foodie in Lagos everywhere because that's the name she's able to use everywhere. Thankfully, the brand is strong.
Very, very.
The Foodie in Lagos Festival is on the 17th and 18th of December.
Mm-hmm.
So 17th we will be there.
We will be there.
18th we are watching to make sure that you guys went there.
You will be there
and came to our show.
Yeah.
So just know how you're
managing yourself.
All right, and we will see you next week. Tyra, say bye.
Bye, guys. I'll see you there. Thank you. Remember, if you're a friend of the pod, you get a gift from me.
Exactly. This episode of I Said What I Said is brought to you by Carousel Network. We are your hosts, Fekemi FK Abudu and Jola Jules Aye. Our guest today is the incredible Tai Foodie in Lagos. Our producer is Debbie Romeo. Our social media manager is Najiti Anira. Our cinematographer is Divine Nabuko. Our production associate is Theresa Ajayi. Our sound engineer is David Kenny. And our camera assistant is Abolade Uluyede. This episode of I Said What I Said is brought to you by Coke. And this season of I Said What I Said is brought to you by Missan by Bamboo.